What's up guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time coming here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. Hi, my name is Levi Josh and I'm a YouTuber based in Gombe State, Nigeria. So on today's video, I'm bringing you a guest which you'll meet shortly, and then we'll be discussing his music career, of how he started and how it got to where he is currently. So don't go far. See you.
Fine.
Yeah, you
Laugh, yeah.
I think I got it right.
Yeah, it's your boy KODIISOG. I'm fine, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for coming here.
For real, for
Really
real.
appreciate for creating this time.
I did be now pop.
First of all, let him introduce himself.
Yeah, okay, it's your boy KODIISOG, aka Fear Factor, aka Voices Bano, aka so many things, man. And my real name is Richard Akiyumi Simon. I was born and raised up in Gombe State as well, into the family of 6, but we're all born in Gombe State, yeah.
Okay, that's
very sure.
decades of being here.
Of course, man.
So how's it staying here? Do you like it here?
Yeah, I like it here, even though I'm tired of staying here.
Why though? Why are you tired?
I don't know, man. It's been a while, you know, the shifts now. But surely with time I'm still going to move out. But Gombe is a nice place. I think the north in general is a nice place. People are not just aware of this place. Yeah, very peaceful, cheap. Not really cheap, but it gets
better than
they know they stress their people compared to my people down there. You get with the cost of living, man. The north is a very nice place to be.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
that's nice. So let's start from your background of your music career. How did it start? How did you start music?
Yeah, I started writing songs at age 6. I can't forget.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been a lover of music. My parents do play records. My dad had this Westlife mix.
Yeah.
I listened to a little bit of hip hop, then the Yoruba sound. My mom played this woman song, Tope Alabi. And ever since then, I just knew I love music. Although I play drums too, to an extent.
Oh, okay.
I just knew I love music, and I started working on myself ever since then. Writing my songs, but it was more of a gospel thing. It was more of a gospel thing.
Yeah.
God is this, God is that, all of that now. So with time, after Destiny Kids came out, Destiny Kids, man, joy,
Yeah.
my heart is ringing. So I think it motivated us to, you know, we haven't seen kids on TV like that before. So it was just like the first time seeing kids. I know you also want to be like them.
Yeah, I also want to be like them.
Ever since then, it's just been music, man. I won't lie. Then growing up as a person, when I got to 10, hearing the bands, Don Jazzy, Wandiko, Whiskey, all these people, man. But I fell in love with Afrobeats for a very long time. I just love the local sounds. We have so many good music out there, but I just love originality. This is where I come from, and this is what we do here. So I just do it based on what I know. Yeah. So ever since then, man, till now, music all day. I started working on myself ever since then, writing my songs, but it was more of a gospel thing. It was more of a gospel thing.
Yeah.
God is this, God is that, all of that now. So with time, after Destiny Kids came out, Destiny Kids, man, joy,
Yeah.
my heart is ringing. So I think it motivated us to, you know, we haven't seen kids on TV like that before. So it was just like the first time seeing kids. I know you also want to be like them.
Yeah, I also want to be like them.
Ever since then, it's just been music, man. I won't lie. But I fell in love with Afrobeats for a very long time. I just love the local sounds. We have so many good music out there, but I just love originality. this is where I come from, and this is what we do here. So I just do it based on what I know. Yeah. So ever since then, man, till now, music all day, mad.
So growing up from a family that has that, I believe you like you said, your parents are lovers of music.
Yeah.
So how does those music affect your own crafts in personally when it comes to your music?
Yeah, of course, it did affect my craft very, very well because I was listening to anything they play. It wasn't like I was having a phone or I could get access to what I wanted to hear. So I was just listening to anything they play. That is in the Westlife world. I got to listen to so many Westlife songs. You know, I fell in love with the craft, the movement. I'm more worried about the art itself. Yeah, and listening to down to the Yoruba side now. So many Fuji artists, Pasuma, Saheed Osupa, all these people, I got to listen to them along the line. But just from the influence of my parents is what they play. So I just vibe, but it was still good music, you know. I still fell for everything I was listening to, the connection, the percussion, and I just knew that I'm on this music, man. I get work inside. Yeah.
So when did you start recording your own songs?
Okay, I started recording my own songs 2013. Yeah, that was with King Capable. My first song was a gospel record.
Shout out to King Capable.
Yeah, big love, man. Way back for life. Yeah, so I recorded my first song 2013. I'm Overjoyed. It's a gospel song.
That's the name of the song?
Yeah.
Do we still have the song so that we can play it?
Actually, I don't know, but we can still find it. I think I have people that should still have the song.
Yeah.
But it's like way back. That's like 10 years back.
Wow.
Yeah. One studio like this, Nurawaka, in Kaswamata.
In Gombe, yeah.
In Gombe, yeah. So we just went to the place. I think Capable took us there. I didn't really know the place. He just said, get one studio like that. So we vibed on Eminem's beats, Not Afraid, you know that. As you know, all those experiences are still there.
Yeah.
So ever since then, we just kept recording music, man. And I think I made at least 30 songs with Capable.
Wow.
From 2013 to 2015. We're just recording, now just 1.5. We don't need too much. 1.5.
It's not a big deal.
1.5. It's your next 1.5. You have your song ready, man.
Yeah.
So all we did was just pay 1.5, record our sound, then we moved. So all those process was when I think we're learning the crafts and learning how to, you know, become who we are at the moment. Yeah, I think the first person I met, the first prestigious person I met was Black D. You know, that was like 2014, 15, I guess. So Black D, he showed us the way that time. You know, we're still small, we're still doing so many things. Then I met Black D, I met Veli, Capable, I met Verse, you know, I met so many people, man. I met BOC, I worked with BOC, that was 2018, through Black D and Dora Mills, yeah. I got a BOC's voice on my first EP, You're a Bad Boy, that was 2018.
Yeah, that EP was, I think that year it was the best EP.
Yeah, actually it did
No
well
doubt.
for me. I got so many, you know, it was weird seeing somebody like that with such type of vibe in the town. And it got people well. I had songs, I had the attraction and all of that. And I worked with, you know, I've just been working, man. You know, the fact that I'm a very low-key person, you know, my life is not really on the media. I just do it in my closet, and anybody that sees it, fine. Yeah. So with time, I make classic.
Oh, wow.
Classic, man. Amazing person, man. He was in town last month or 2 months ago,
Oh, wow.
and we were together for a while. I met Classic, man, a very big legend, Hausa legend in the north. And I met FALZ, the bad guys.
Wait, before we get into that discussion,
yeah.
you guys should watch a clip and then we'll be right back. Thank you for coming back. So let's talk about how did you meet FALZ?
Yeah, that's a very nice question.
Yeah.
You know, earlier that year I dropped one, I won't say freestyle, but just one short single, They Will Catch You. That was when Hush Puppy was hushing. Yeah. So I dropped.
What's more, puppy? Gucci, 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 yeah. Biggie, Yahoo, boy, don't small puppy. Yeah. What's more, guy? Just keep pressing. I won't talk, I'm watching. One light, they will catch you.
And just a little snippet. I attached it with a lyric video.
Yeah.
And I posted it on Twitter. I didn't even drop the audio. You get?
Yeah.
Just that video. And in the next 20 minutes, I was seeing so many views. Before I knew, I was seeing 50,000 views.
Wow.
Like, it was very crazy, man. It was real. You know, some from a place like this, seeing other people from other side see your work, and this is something I've always wanted. So I was getting so many buzz from every angle. The ones that were against me, the ones
That were
crazy
supporting
life,
and everything.
in the tweets, in the comments, in the message. I was even getting some calls.
How did you have access to your
I really
number?
don't know how it happened, but it just happened, man. It just happened, man.
Yeah.
And with time, I was in the trend. That was in the trend that the song was going. The next day, it was even the next day I went back to the studio. That was Black This House. It wasn't even a studio. It was a room studio.
Yeah.
So I went back to finish the whole song. I made the device. I just made it a 1 minute song. Just 1 minute.
Yeah. That's true.
Then I dropped it on Audio Mac. The Gossip Mail Nigeria posted the short clip I made before you knew it. It was everywhere. I was getting videos from white people. I was mad, man. It was like I was really in the trend, you know. I was enjoying the moment, although behind the scenes, so many things were happening that people couldn't see. But I was still cool. I think I got some place on African Magic, EIT.
I think the song was playing in one reality show like that.
Yeah, that was Dotun, Pepsi.
Okay, yeah,
something.
true.
Yeah, so ever since then, it was really working for me at the moment. But there was a day I got a text from this young lady like this.
Before we get there, right?
Alright.
Why did you have to write that song at that particular moment?
Okay, that song, it came, and you know, funny enough, at that point in time, the first day I made the song, I wasn't even really to do They Will Catch You thing. I was about doing an cover for Omale's Bad Influence. I can really remember. I had the sound in Cubase already. I just had to start recording. But my vibe just changed. Mood. I follow mood. My mood just changed. I just played that sound. And it's going well. And I really love playing in my closet. So let me just test run. Although I was really, really against, you know, that act. Yeah. So I just vibed in the whole trend, and it worked for me, man. It worked for me, man. It really worked, man. It really worked for me.
Obviously, it worked. So when it was trending, when the song was trending,
Okay.
were you like, at that moment, were you like, maybe this is the moment for
You
me?
see, yeah, I can't really tell, but I felt good. You know,
Yeah.
although at some point I was like, yeah, this is the moment, but I was getting questions like, are you sure you can handle this?
Fame?
You get?
Yeah.
Not really fame now, but
Okay.
the people that are against you are actually stronger than you. You get, like, the industry, the life at the point in time, man. You can't just hide the truth. You just know. Yeah. So I was like, no man, maybe make person just blow one time. I just felt like once money come, I will just X, yeah. But it wasn't as easy as that. You know, God's plan is always still different from what we want. So
Do you think you can tell us a few of those things that was happening behind the scenes when that song was?
yeah, I can say a few because I was getting some threats from people who are Ogunki or Papa. So it was crazy. It was very crazy, man.
Yeah.
But we passed the whole scene. I think it was because of that trend I got to meet FALZ sister still on the media. Yeah, she DM'd me. I didn't know it was I didn't even know self. She came as an entertainment lawyer, which she is. She wanted to do a little biography on how I came up with the song, this and this and this. So I just did normal now. It was like days after I knew I'm on a FALZ sister video.
How did you even know that she was his sister?
Yeah, nice question. I just entered her page because we have been chatting for like 3 days. Can you imagine?
You didn't even
Don't just enter a picture. I was just swiping and I saw a picture with FALZ. I was like, one, maybe it's a coincidence they met. And I saw another one, happy birthday to my little bro.
Oh wow.
Like, So I just went back to her and we laughed on the whole stuff. We shared contacts, our WhatsApp contacts. We started chatting.
Wow.
Yeah, on WhatsApp because we were chatting on Instagram before. So we started chatting on WhatsApp. She sent the song to FALZ. Before you knew it, she was like, yeah, give me my number. I had this control. It was just happening so fast. Man.
How did it feel when she sent you FALZ number? By the way, is FALZ the bad guy?
Yeah.
Pop Daddy.
Pop Daddy.
So when you had FALZ contacts,
Yeah.
like his WhatsApp number directly, without going through management, without going through any, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Although I just still had that feeling that, come on, trust me, this is FALZ the bad guy. You are not the only one in his DM. Yeah. Because although the first time I had his contact, we're not talking for like a week. Because she just shared me his contact, so I didn't message him.
For like a week?
For like a week.
Why?
Because she was still, I really don't know, it was a bit skeptical, but after some days I think they had a discussion which I wasn't aware of. So I think the discussion led to me and him, and I think like it's out. Alright, so the first time I initially got contact with him, that was one-on-one. It was when he sent me a DM by himself. I think himself and his elder sis discussed. That was behind the scene.
Yeah.
The next thing I saw was his message, yo, what's up? Yeah.
You had his number for a week.
Yeah, for a week or so.
Why did you DM him?
I don't know. It's not like I didn't want to DM him, but I was waiting for the goal. Yeah, she just shared me his contact.
Yeah.
Like here is his contact. But she was supposed to still do some extracurricular behind the scenes activity.
Yeah, I
You get my point. So we chatted. I sent him some gigs, that was some jams. Like he was just, I told you, all the moment, it was all mine, man. The moment, it was real, it was happening. And I was seeing light.
Yeah.
2 hours the whole time.
Yeah.
I was just seeing lights, yeah. So a long time, he heard the songs, he said he would get back to me. So after like 2 days, he was like, yeah, I heard your gigs, they are nice. But just come over, let's make it work. Yeah. He's the one that said I should come over.
Yeah, I get.
That night I was so hyped. I told my parents, the family around me. Nobody even knew I was going to meet FALZ. Like, I left Gombe safe. Nobody knew. Again.
Nobody knew?
It was just a low-key something.
How, when you approach your parent that you're about to travel to Lagos, how did it go?
Yeah, they witnessed everything. The thing is that even before the FALZ, the bad guy thing happened, like, they have been seeing, they knew something was happening. Again. Because I wasn't the only one saying it. They just
I think
knew.
at that particular point, that song Hush Puppy was trending.
Yeah,
like
it
was
trending.
in Gombe. Any video you see is Hush Puppy,
trending.
voices. It was voices. Like I think if to say there was a chat in Gombe, you're topping that.
Actually,
chat.
honestly speaking,
Yeah.
I wasn't even expecting the kind of wave I got.
Yeah.
But I just felt it was just my time for me to experience another wave of something. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask another question. So when you were shooting, how did the idea of shooting the video for that particular musical?
That's
came
They Will
about?
Catch You.
Yeah.
I think homies around ginger me. It was trending. Have fun, and then big shout out to G-Tag. That's bleeding visuals. He came out with the visuals. We cracked the whole stuff, man. It was like a teamwork. Adam Smith, like the whole Gombe industry to an I had so many guys that were supporting my craft at that moment. And they're like, bro, this video, I'm gonna just put a face on this song. Although I got so many like, you should say you want this video for this damn. But it was just the hype, man. It was the charge, like I said. It was just for that moment.
Yeah.
It was just for the moment. So I had people around bleeding visuals, G-Tag. It wasn't really, that's another even story. The story of that music, of the shoot, is another crazy adventure as well. Can use 3 days later. Only that video shoot, man. It was crazy, bro. It was still fun, you get it now. We enjoyed everything, we made the video, we set it out. It was up to that, just the vibe.
At that point, right? Yeah. At that point, every good person was proud of, extremely proud of.
Actually,
it was like an answered prayer for majority of good people, because I don't think we have a celebrity from here that is represented that always says from here. Even though we have one Jaruma,
I think we have so many talented acts in Gombe.
Yeah, definitely.
We are just yet to be seen.
Yeah,
but what made my hype crazy then was that imagine you just taking your phone and turning on your data and going to Twitter, and the next thing you see is somebody you know. You get, so it was just
different.
It was just crazy, man. The trend was all mine. It lasted for the moment, and I think it was because of that song. Because if that song wasn't there, I wouldn't have made FALZ bad guy.
So before, when FALZ chatted you up, that you should come over, you guys should link up. At a point where you like, that's the dream for you, or you like that? Maybe that's it
of
for
course.
you.
I felt it like 100%. I'll be very honest, because to an extent, at that year I was in that wave. Plus, if you listen to the song, the Rikachu, it's something that FALZ, you get now.
His own kind of music.
Yeah, and I was like all around the craft. I was just testing my ability. And that song, the song didn't even take me like an hour or so. I think 30 minutes. It was just me and the mic and whatever.
Yeah.
Just doing what I do. So I just straight out. I dropped the lines and it worked for me, man. It really worked, man.
So let's clear the narrative here. Right? That's before you travel to Lagos.
Okay.
I think it was when you traveled, people started seeing your videos with FALZ and everything. People didn't actually know what went behind it. But the idea we had, everybody in Gombe was like, you were traveling to Lagos because FALZ wanted to sign you in.
Okay.
So that's the idea everybody was having that particular point.
Of course.
So what was the real story about it?
Okay, actually, FALZ didn't tell me he wanted to sign me. Like, honestly speaking, it was just like a link up first. Okay, let's meet and let's see where it's going to. Although, even though I got connected to the whole scene through his sister, I still felt that positivity. Plus, like, for him to tell me to come over to Lagos, so I just felt something. I was heading to somewhere. Okay?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't that easy, I was still a bit, it was a bit complex. But I went to Lagos. Finally, I was with my manager.
So sorry to interrupt, right? When you were going to Lagos, I think school was in session by then. How was it?
Yeah, everything was working for my good. Corona, I think it was during the Corona time, plus strike, like it was just for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Omale was trending in the mainstream.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is my own story, okay?
Yeah.
And that 2020 was just crazy. Like, so many people were complaining Corona, even though Corona knocked everybody, man. But behind the scene, man, I was still a happy man, getting to see so many people, like thousands of people I don't know from, I I was seeing videos from white girls, man. Like, all these girls, they didn't know who I am. But the song just went viral, man.
Yeah, bro.
It went viral, and that was the reason I went to Lagos.
So you went to Lagos. What happened?
Yeah, I was with my manager. Arriving in Lagos, FALZ wasn't in Lagos.
Shout out to the manager, by the way.
Yeah, my manager, I Billion. Yeah, it's been a long time with him too.
Yeah.
So I met him, I was with him. FALZ was on a movie tour. I can't really remember the name of the movie they dropped, but they were actually doing the movie something. So me, I can't just put my eggs in one basket now. I started working. That was how Bamidele came out.
Yeah, I think it was someone from you that had like people in Gobi.
It was coming back to back.
Funnily, I think people said it was FALZ that sponsored that song, that movie, and then that video and everything.
You know, people will always talk. It's just me and my manager's craft.
Yeah.
It was another story on its own. It just events, man. The events kept happening. It wasn't easy, man. Like, regardless of the wave, like so many people, at the end of the day, nobody really wants to know how you did it. Again, nobody really wants to know what happened behind. Just do it, man. Just see the output. So if we could tell people everything really happened behind the scenes, man, none of these stories would be nice.
How I wish they can see what's behind this particular place that they are just seeing.
So many things happening behind the scenes.
Definitely.
So I wasn't with FALZ for like a month, but FALZ came back. He came back to Lagos, and he told his sister he was back. That was 2021. Yeah, that was January, February. So the first time I met him was in his video shoots.
Yeah.
Was in his video shoot. I think you have seen the video too. The first time I met him was in his video shoots. It was nice, it was mad.
How was it?
It was real because meeting somebody like this, and first time you are meeting him in action. Immediate sister directed us to the place. So I went there with my manager. We met him. I was wearing white.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, and they were all dressed up, man. Everybody, the whole place was popping, and it was real, man. Like, because I was seeing some celebrities already said.
Yeah.
I was seeing this person like for free, you get. And it was just happening, man. People you see on TV are close to you, like one-on-one. DJ Adams and so many people like that. So, but I wasn't able to get his time though at the moment because he's busy. But I met him. I was like, I introduced myself, and he showed me love. We just discussed in this way, and he said we're going to communicate like in the middle of the event. So as time was going, I was just in the whole moment. I was watching everything, watching everybody. I was seeing the way everything was happening.
Yeah.
So a long time. It was getting late. I needed to go back. So I met him with my manager at this and this. He was like, yeah, we said just go. He's going to find time so that he can make us up. Then he arranged time, we met at his house. I played some records. I could just vibe, man. So he was supposed to put a verse on the song. I was supposed to get a verse, and unfortunately I didn't get it. Maybe because of his busy life and things. It was plenty. It was the movie. But God knows best. So that's what happened. That's how I met him.
That's actually what happened.
That's what actually what happened. And we didn't talk. We didn't discuss like he was going to sign me. But I was expecting. And I was hoping, and the connection as well. The connection I got, the acceptance I got meeting him gave me that hope. Yeah.
So how does that, with all the scenario of things that happen, how did it change your music career?
Change it like 100%, 101%. I swear to God.
Yeah.
It changed it very, very well because I was still in Lagos. Then I left Lagos. I was supposed to come back home and finish my exams because Corona break was over. And I came back to Gobi, sorry. It was, I don't know, it was so just too much because just within a short period of time, I've seen so many things on the media, real life. Like it was just plenty, man.
Yeah.
And coming back to school, writing exams. I was just fighting so many things.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, so I was hiding at the point. Like at
Why?
one point, yeah, I was hiding because I don't know. It was just plenty, man. You get it? It was
When you
just
say plenty, what does it mean? It was plenty.
like the whole pressure
From people.
from people.
From us, the people.
I don't know, man. But there was so much pressure because even when the trend was happening, people said so many crazy things, man. So I felt like those things were happening. You get it?
Yeah.
I felt like those did I really mess up? You get it? But I didn't mess up. I did the right thing. It changed me, but I just pressed on and I changed the name.
Yeah.
Voices but not to KODIISOG.
Why?
Yeah, because after a period of time,
Yes.
after I got into the life the more, after I got to understand the fact that this thing is really happening to me, okay now. So I was coming with new things, I was coming up with new ideas because it was just me now in the room, alone. I was just alone to myself now. I was just making music alone, I was reading, I was doing so many things.
Family business.
Like so many things, man. I was just crazy behind the scene. So as time was going on, I wanted to come back with my new sound, but I still felt voices but not did so much harm to me at a point. Like I felt, yeah. So I was feeling bad to an extent because I don't know, man. So it was just too much, and my manager and so many people were like, change your stage name. And actually, I wanted to change my stage name. I changed my name from Voices but not to KODIISOG.
What's the difference between Voices and KODIISOG?
Okay, Voices but not is just a street kid that grew up loving music.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get. Voices but not is the first me he gets. Just trying to it's me expressing anything I feel. You get it? I feel I was still little, so anything that comes to me, I just say it. So now, the difference between Voices but no, people felt like to an extent I went insane or I went crazy or the whole switch became very unimaginable. But KODIISOG is just me now in my closet doing my life just the way I want it. I don't know if you get it. KODIISOG is a different person. And along the line, after I came back to Lagos, after I left Lagos, after I came back to Kobe, like I met God to an extent.
Oh really?
Yeah, I met God, and I was just in the closet learning a lot of things because it was just crazy for me. And I'm so happy God saw me through, man, because I'm just happy. Like I don't feel it's a mistake, but still, I'm still happy. Like I can now come out and just tell people that this voice is going on. It's still me. Yeah, it's still cool. Because at some point in time, I was abstaining anything that was concerning that me voice. Anything like this one,
But don't you think you're the voice of Gombe artists to some extent?
I don't really see. I don't really see. Actually, I wasn't. I'm not even. I was just born here, but I love this place. Yeah. So there are so many voices here. Voices. What actually came with the idea of the voices is like me when I was little. I do imagine if I want to write song that time, I'll say, okay, Richard FT. Richard FT Bano. Now that Richard is me and that Bano is me. Now Richard is singing in a different voice and Bano is singing in a different voice.
Wow.
So I just felt like I had so many voices. I can act like FALZ. Like I can just talk to you like I'm FALZ.
Can you sing?
You get the option. I can just do anything, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm the best. You get? I could just
talent that is peak.
You go ahead, just do it anyhow.
Yeah. So after that, you changed to KODIISOG.
Yeah, Kodi, Son of Grace, SOG for Son of Grace, SOG for Son of God, SOG for Sound of God,
Wow.
SOG for Son of Glory.
Hey, so
It's real, man.
changing the name from Voices to KODIISOG,
Yeah.
did it change your art of music? Did it change your
Yeah, it changed my art of music because I went back to my originality. I went back to me now. I was just
Are you saying Voices wasn't you?
no. Voices was me, but Voices was like more of the trending trend. Now let's do what's on the trend.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what the people like. Let's give them okay, this is what they are accepting now.
Yeah.
Let the, but Kodi is me. Okay, now this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So it was a bit hard for people to understand at first because it was really hard for me. Like I won't lie to you, changing the name from Voices to not to Kodi, it was very, very, very hard because just becoming somebody else. It was very hard, but I really thank God. I cried that night. I cried.
While changing the name?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I just felt like after building so many things, I want to
Honestly.
become somebody else, taking so many songs off my platforms. Yeah, now, but I faced this stuff, and I came back with more bangers.
By the way, the description is linked on Spotify, Apple Music, and is on
Just
the
search
description.
KODIISOG.
You check the link on the description, or just search for KODIISOG on the any platform.
Yeah.
So what are we expecting? You said you're coming back with a banger. What are we expecting now?
Yeah. Now Kodi has been doing so many things.
Yeah.
So many things. I've been more of a producer recently. I've been producing to people, like from last year to this year, like over 50 songs.
Wow.
Not my song, just people. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm doing it at ease, man. Yeah, it's just music at the moment. Yeah, and I'm dropping an EP, like the second volume of my EP. I dropped the volume 1 last year. I'm dropping the volume 2, Sounds, Melodies, and Vibrations.
Sorry?
Sounds, Melodies, and Vibrations. King of Music, that is the subtitle.
Like, I was about to say Voices, but
Anything.
KODIISOG.
At the moment, people are free to call me anything. I am Voices, I am Bano, I am Kodi, I am SOG.
Let's go for
And
Cool.
these people are not ready.
You guys are not ready. We are not ready actually. So
Actually,
you guys,
no, they are not ready. We are together, so they are not ready.
they are not ready. You heard it. You guys are not ready. So thank you for coming here. Honestly, we really
Bless you,
appreciate.
man.
Thank you for creating time for this.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Big shout out to Josh, Louis. Did I get you right? Thanks for having me, man. I felt happy to come, even though I had so many things doing, but I just felt like
Thank you
there were
very
so many
much.
things in my head I had to spill out.
Yeah.
Big shout out to everybody watching, my listeners, my followers, my fans, my lovers, my family, my producer Ken Wonder. Did I make mention of Ken Wonder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to, man. Ken Wonder.
So you guys, thank you for watching.
Big
Please,
love, man.
please,
Everybody
please
watching,
extend.
man. Kodi is coming back stronger as always, man. It
Yeah.
will be one time, no door. My manager, there are so many people, man. This life is just big, man. Having so many people. And big shout out to
YC.
YC, baby. Big man. Whiskey FC from FC, yeah.
So guys, thank you for watching.
Thanks,
Please don't
man.
forget to subscribe, like, and share until we
Subscribe,
see you in the
man.
next episode of this.
Blackie is coming next, yeah. Blackie, right? Of course, it's coming.
Thank you.
Alright.
Peace.